YouTube, hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. This is going to be a little bit different because I didn't realize that there was more content coming out tonight. I thought it was just going to be another, I just do my guild stuff, but there's a new draw. Oh, that's rad. That's so cool looking. Nice. So yeah, we got a new banner. We also have new content that's dropping tonight. So I wanted to jump in really quick and go over the new Titan summon. And we're gonna go take a look at Titan's abilities. We're gonna go take a look at the Titan summon fight, see kind of where we're at. And yeah, so first things first, and the reason why we're doing this this video first and foremost is we're gonna go ahead and go through the banner. So I'm just gonna hop right into it here. We're gonna double check the banner really quick. I think we got a good look at this yesterday when we were doing the guild battle. In terms of the aesthetics, I don't know how many people are gonna like the oversized baggy coat with the red boots and the soldier pants. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my kind of style in terms of like clothes I like to wear, because I like wearing oversized stuff. I love the scarf. I love the big old ridiculous boots. This is like my kind of thing. So I'm all about this. I think this is great. I also love the weapon. I think the weapon looks fantastic. I love the big snowflake. It just looks good, man. I don't know, it looks good. I like it. I like the holiday wrap on the handle. That's got a little bow on there too. That's cute. Yeah, big fan, big fan. He's even got a little bell on his belt, which is dope. I don't know, man. I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. All right, first up is the Holiday Blade. Holiday Blade is a 520%, so this is going to be a full 940% at OB10 with a 20% buff. So this is the new it's not new anymore, but the elemental standard for elemental damage, which is 940% with the 20% buff, which gets us up to the 1128, which is the maxed out. 46 magic attack, 39 wind potency is fantastic. 2 magic ability potency slots and a circle sigil slot is great. In terms of this weapon and its usability, it's obviously the best magic damage dealing weapon in the game for wind specifically. It's also the strongest wind weapon in the game. I don't think there's a wind weapon outside of, wait, sorry. I forgot. Zach has the Final Fantasy IX weapon was 940 as well. So that's also something. This is really strong, right? It's really, really strong. It's definitely really powerful. There's not a ton going on right now where the 940% magic wind damage is necessary. Remember that things like the summon fights are permanent content. So that's not something that you need to feel the FOMO on. If you don't have the resources for this, you don't necessarily have to pull for it. This is going to be in the pool of weapons. This is not a limited weapon. So you'll be able to get this going forward. And that's something to keep in mind as well. Although he doesn't have another Wind Arcanum outfit, 1128 percentage for this damage is massive, like massive. So this is not something to frown on. This is a very, very good weapon. Even without the Arcanum, this is going to be incredibly strong for Cloud. So yeah, food for thought. It's definitely going to be something we put on wishlist banners going forward. I think this is a great weapon. Nothing wrong with it at all. Holiday outfit, I imagine, yep, same as Yuffie's. Wind potency on the first spot, then Wind Strike Arcanum on the second. Absolutely great. Super, super good. Yeah, so like I said, I don't think this is something you necessarily need to pull for right away. If you, if you're looking to try to have an Arcanum on Cloud for every single element, this is obviously very strong. In terms of the actual build itself for magic damage, Cloud doesn't have a ton of options, but he does have some, unlike the, well, I guess Vincent's probably about the same with his physical weapons, right? But in terms of magic weapons specifically, we're going to sort by magic attack here. There are only a few that they actually like focus into magic attack. Bandage Sword goes up to 604. I believe this one was relatively okay. Nope, 540. I believe this one went up, right? Crystal Sword, or Enhanced Sword rather. Yeah, this one goes to 628. Also has boost attack, which is pretty good. Most of his weapons though are focused in the physical side. This is his free Shiva weapon. So this one also goes up to 559. That's not very high. There are better options. Excuse me. A couple of the free weapons that he got, including the Rune Blade, has magic attack as well. So that's another option as well. But you can see here as we pull up the list on all of these, this one has magic attack and ability potency. This is actually a pretty good offhand weapon for just the R abilities. This will max out your magic attack. This will give you some ability potency as well. So not a terrible option at a 604 magic attack stat. Yeah, so it's one of those, like, if you're looking for the hyper efficient. I must have everything perfect. Like, it's not gonna be perfect because he doesn't have another wind weapon to put in his offhand. You could give him the Apocalypse, which gives him attack and wind potency, and that's a good option for the R abilities specifically. But because he's rocking with a little less magic attack, your damage is gonna be a tiny bit lower. As a result, with the base damages being lower like this, the 508 is a massive drop from something like the Mithril Saber, which I did not click on that. There we go. Which goes up to 604. It's almost 100 points difference, and because all of our boosts are percentage based, remember that matters quite a bit. So just keep that in mind as you're trying to build out your Cloud based on like what weapons he has available. He does have quite a few free weapons that were from the events that are magic attack focused with defensive stats as well. So he does have a lot of options. And this is where I say that Cloud is a little bit more flexible than Vincent is at the moment, where Vincent has like 2 weapons that he really wants to run with physical builds with, and especially a weapon that has as much physical attack as the one that fire weapon that he has. Cloud actually has quite a few not as good options, right, that he can also utilize, but at least there's some options, right? You've got some defensive options, you've got some ice potency options, you've got some, like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more flexible with Cloud. Also have a defensive option here with boost HP and ice resist that also has a 604 magic stat and an AoE magic defense buff in Bandit Sword. So there are some better options, or not bet I won't say better, it's all subjective, right? But there are some good options to run with this magic weapon, although it's, again, not perfect. Like, it's not the perfect build. It is something that will work very, very well if you do not have a Wind Strike Arcanum. This is a great one to go for. It's really, really strong, gonna remain very strong unless they up the elemental damage at the half anniversary, but you're still talking like 3 months out. And even then, like, I still use Murasame Cloud, which is a 750% lightning strike, and it still does just fine in all of the lightning weak stages that I need it to do. So great outfit, great weapon. In terms of the wish list, fairly simple here. You're just gonna be looking for wind, any kind of wind potency. So you're gonna go to elemental potency, go to wind. Most of the weapons that we'd be looking for here are gonna be very similar in that regard. So you're gonna be looking at things like Pilot Collar, or Cannon Collar rather. This is 62 magic attack, wind potency. If you're rocking a magic attack weapon in his offhand, this is less efficient, right? Because you're using magic attack that you don't need. But this has a 674 magic attack stat, which is very good in the sub slot. 39 wind potency, very strong. The Floral Wand is less magic focused with only a 446. However, it does give 62 boost attack, which treats you automatically up to the 25 points. And then if you put a attack increase in his offhand, you can get up to this higher level really, really quickly with just 2 weapons, which is really strong. Obviously, again, not as magic focused, so it's a little bit worse, but it's still fine. Pulse Gun is also physical focused, but however, it does have boost attack and boost wind potency. Both of Sephiroth weapons are physical focused as well. Both of Yuffie's weapons that are not in her current banner are physical focused as well. And then when you get to Vincent, his is physical focus as well. So you can kind of see the problem here, right? This is what we were talking about with the Yuffie banner, right? It's the same logic. There's a lot of weapons in the game that are wind focused, but a lot of the wind sub weapons are specifically physically focused weapons, right? The one that isn't is Prism Rod, gives boost HP, gives boost wind potency. I think this is great. If you don't have this at OB10, I think this is an auto select for me. You probably have this on automatically. And then it's basically whatever other wind potency weapons you need. Remember that you're getting 15 points from the outfit, right? So you get the 39 from the weapon at OB10. You get 15 from the outfit, which puts you up to 54. Then you're gonna get, assuming this is OB10, I'm assuming everything is OB10 just for the sake of conversation, right? So you get plus 19 then to the 54, which brings you up to 73. So now you're already at 8, right? Because you've got 73 points. So you're up at 73 points, you've already got 8, you're at wind damage 100%. Since he doesn't have a magic attack all allies, and he doesn't have anything that boosts magic ability potency, I would move to a magic ability potency, just to like build that up. One that immediately jumps off the page is the new sub weapons, believe it or not, the event weapons. They both boost HP by 46 and boost magic ability potency by 39. I believe they were both Final Fantasy VI weapons. So yeah, you have the Turk's Blade. Oh, this is the Turk's Blade. Yeah, perfect. This is in the current event for the Turk event. So it's boost HP 46, boost ability magic ability potency 39. You also have access to a couple of this weapon here. This was from Final Fantasy VI event. So you've got boost 46, boost 39. So 2 really good options, defensive options that raise magic ability potency, but also boost HP. If you want to boost attack and boost magic ability potency, you could look at the Crystal Megaphone, which does 46 attack and 39 magic ability potency as well. A little bit lower on the statistical side, so it's a little less stat heavy, but it's still pretty good. Most of the other ones, if you're looking at like magic attack stats specifically, if he's not running a magic attack offhand weapon, you can look at things like Sun Umbrella. I would look at Electro Cannon specifically, because this goes up to 52 boost magic ability potency with 46 magic attack. This is one of the best, if not the best, magic sub weapon in the game. So if you don't have it at OB10, much like I don't have it at OB10, I would recommend you have that on your wish list somewhere. I definitely did not hit set. I always recommend whenever you're pulling for a magic weapon that you have this on here. And then filling out the rest of the wish list, you're looking for things that support your new offensive juggernaut, right? So you're looking for things that Aerith can wield. So like things like the Prism Rod, or the Floral Wand rather, that lowers wind resistance. You could also look at Red 13, who has the Silver Collar, which lowers wind resistance as well. Also has access to some debuffing stuff, so you can give him even the big heal. You can leave Pilot's Collar on. So for me personally, I would probably just include copies of the Silver Collar, and then I always leave the Escutcheon Cannon on, just because this is such a very strong supporting weapon, and one that would enable your new magic damage cloud to do lots of damage while also keeping him tanky and keeping your allies topped up. So really, really strong. I like to keep that on there. This is probably the wish list I would do. This is Pilot's Collar, Escutcheon Cannon, Silver Collar, Electro Cannon, and the Prism Rod is what I would use. And then the team would basically just be either whether or not you have Yuffie pulled. If you pulled for Yuffie, Yuffie makes for really good support with her new weapon, the bell. I forget the name of the bell, the Holiday Bell, because this not only lowers wind resistance, but it lowers magic defense as well. So very, very strong supporting weapon. Obviously 62 magic attack boost as well is also very, very strong. So if you have access to Yuffie, you can move off the Silver Collar, you can move off the Pilot's Collar, you can look for Yuffie specific supporting weapons. Yeah, just kind of build based on what your needs and what your team can do, right? And that's gonna do it for the banner. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, make sure you leave them down below. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing another video on Titan now, so if you haven't watched that video already, or if it's not live yet, make sure you subscribe. It'll be live sometime in the next day or so, I'm sure, of me going over the new Titan event. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here, and as always, we'll see you again in the next one. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.